The two best OLED TVs that I can see right now that has been released this year is the Sony A95L and the LG G3. These are the two premium TVs you can actually go out to purchase, but there are some differences between these two TVs that you should know before you step out to go purchase either one of them. So I'm going to list some of the differences between these two OLED TVs that you should look at before you consider any one of the two. First of all, the A95L from Sony is their flagship OLED TV for the year. It's a QD OLED TV. First of all, it's not just your regular OLED TV that you will find on the G3. I understand a lot of people will comment and say that, look, this is not a fair comparison. You should compare QD OLED TVs to only QD OLED TVs as well. It's understandable, but I just want to list the differences between these two TVs so you make the right decision on what you want. So there are three sizes that's coming with the A95L. You're only going to get three sizes: 55 inches, 65, and 77 inches. Then when you come to the G3, it's coming in four sizes: 55 inches, 65, 77, and 83 inches. Usually OLED TVs don't go above 77 inches in the past. Now you have 83 inches. And one thing that you get with this G3 is the micro lens array technology, which makes this TV as bright as almost a QD OLED TV from the top brands like the Sony A95L, as well as the Samsung S95C. You have to understand that these companies want to compete with each other, so they always find the problems that people complain of, and they want to fix it. And LG had fixed it. Literally, they fixed it with their G3. The G3 is coming with an alpha A9 Gen 6 processor. When you look at the processor that the Sony A95L is coming with, it's coming with the cognitive processor XR. When you look at that same A95L from Sony, it's coming with four HDMI ports, and literally you're getting the latest HDMI 2.1 with it. It has support for Dolby Vision. It has support for HDR10. It also has support for HLG. When you compare it against the LG G3, you will see it comes with Dolby Vision, HLG, and high log gamma. That's In fact, they both support the same HDR formats, but there is a bit of a catch. People will have to look at what they actually getting. You can say, okay, it supports all the high dynamic range formats, but what else does it do that is different from the other? Okay, for instance, if you go to the G3 specifically and you look at what it can do for you picture wise, you will see that it has something like high frame rate. You can actually play content at 4K 120 hertz. Even if it's with HDR or even Dolby Vision, it's going to play very well with high frame rate. But when you now flip it to the Sony, the A95L, it can only play content in HDR10 at basically 120 hertz. Yes, 4K, but it cannot do it in Dolby Vision. So this is one big difference. It If you want Dolby Vision and high frame rate, very high frame rate, 4K 120 hertz in Dolby Vision, you go and get yourself the G3. The G3 offers you that support. There is variable refresh rate on both TVs, but there is FreeSync on the LG G3. It's not there on the Sony. You're not getting it on the Sony. So the other thing again you get on the LG that's not going to be on the Sony is QMS. QMS is on the LG. It's not on the Sony. That's something I think a lot of people will look at. There is also filmmaker mode on the LG TV. It's not on the Sony TV. It's not on the Sony A95L. These are big features that I know people will look at before they consider paying any money that they will pay to buy any of these two TVs. It's very important you know what you're getting yourself into before you spend the money. The other thing again is the speakers they come with. Sony is always the best in terms of speaker production for TVs at the moment because of the acoustic surface audio plus technology that they have on their TVs. Their TVs have vibrating screens. They produce better sound quality than any TV on the market generally because of the way they've designed their TVs, their TV speakers to be performing. They perform almost as good as any very, very good center channel speaker that you can buy. That's how good Sony TV speakers are in general. So if you need better speaker performance, you might still have to consider that Sony model just because of the way it presents sound. But that's something that you have to look at. The other thing again is that you will have to look at the support for all audio formats. The thing here is that Sony doesn't support every other audio format. In fact, it really struggles with supporting all the audio formats that a lot of people will ask to support, and that's it doesn't support DTSX. The LG G3 supports DTSX. The LG G3 supports Dolby Vision. Yes, the Sony as well supports Dolby Atmos, not Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. The Sony supports Dolby Atmos. But the LG supports both Dolby Atmos and DTSX, and this is really, really critical because you do not want to buy a TV that doesn't have support for DTSX. It's very important. DTSX is supported. You also have DTS digital surround support on the G3. You also have DTS HD support on the G3. These supports are not there on the Sony. They're not there on the Sony. The only support for DTS you get on the Sony is DTS digital surround. That's all. And I know a lot of people will not like this. They would want the fact that if they pay a lot of money for this kind of TV, they expect it to support DTSX. Like literally, they expect it to support DTSX. And in terms of high dynamic range that it supports, like I said, both TV support almost every high dynamic range you can think of. The only thing they both don't support is HDR10 plus. HDR10 plus is for now only limited to Samsung TVs, so you're not getting that. But the LG has Dolby Vision IQ. This Dolby Vision IQ is nowhere to be found on the Sony TV. If you are someone that needs Dolby Vision IQ, you will need to get yourself the LG G3 because it has that. The other thing again you get is the OS. You're getting it here. You're getting WebOS for LG, and then you're getting Google OS for the Sony. The only difference here is that the Sony can be updated. You can always update that OS. The WebOS 23 you're getting on the LG is done. That's what you get for the lifespan of that TV. It's on. You just can upgrade it. LG has not made their OS in such a way that you can upgrade it just yet. But other than that, really good specs between these two TVs. They do match up really well. They do match up really well, and that's the most important thing you will have to consider between these two TVs. If you need a super bright TV, very super bright, you can still get the A95L. I think it might be slightly brighter, but I really don't think you would miss anything that much if you get the G3. And one, you have more features on the G3. From what I've seen already, the G3 offers you more features, and it's very important you get your hands on that G3 if you need more features. And it's very good for gaming as well. And look, both are going to be very expensive TVs. You have to spend a lot of money to get either one. Either one. For instance, the G3, the 55 inch is priced at $2,500. The 65 is $3,300. The 77 inch is $4,500. Then finally, the 83 inches is $6,500. These prices are high. They are very high. I do not see most people being in the position to to afford this kind of TV prices very easily, except maybe when they do end up having a discount. But at the moment, they are really, really good. As for the Sony A95L, you can expect the price to range between $3,000 for the 55-inch and scale all the way up to $4,000. And for the 65-inch, it could be well over $6,000 for the 77-inch once the price tag for that model has been announced. But I will bring you guys the news of the price release for the A95L once it's announced. So do subscribe to the channel, do like our content, follow us here on YouTube. I'll see everyone very much next time.